All right. So you guys should be able to see my screen here. It's a logo of a company called Podium. And we're going to jump right in. Stop me if you have any questions or any thoughts, or if we lose connection or anything along those lines. But today, first off, James and San Diego team, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm cognizant of your time. I'm only going to take about 8 to 10 minutes and just kind of give you an overview of Podium and online reviews and the importance, and then also give you a quick demo on the product, and then stick around and answer any questions and talk about the program and where we're heading. So that's basically the agenda for today. We'll discuss a little bit around why reviews are insanely important, using Podium as a tool, the 3 simple steps in using the product, and then questions and answers. Like I said, if you lose the audio or anything like that, just let me know. So this campaign that Rooter Hero has launched probably around in December is we want to double and triple the amount of online reviews that we get on a monthly basis. And why reviews? So back in the day, before the internet, if you were to make a buying decision, actually probably still to this day, you're going to make a buying decision whether you're going to buy an iPhone or recommend a roofing company or a plumbing company or even a restaurant. What you're going to do is you're going to ask your friends and your family and also your coworkers and say, hey, I'm looking to buy this. What do you think? You're going to get what's called word of mouth marketing, people recommending products and services. So what we're doing is taking that model, which still exists today, and then move that over to the internet and enabling our customers to help us do the marketing for us. And we do that through online reviews. We've all heard of sites like Yelp and Google Local Business and Merchant Circle, and even Apple has their own review platform. So the more that we can help our customers and make it super easy for them to talk more about our business, it's going to generate more book calls at the price at which we want. So it's basically word of mouth marketing on steroids. And we've decided to use Podium, which is pretty much leading edge technology. It's an app that runs on your phone. And what I'd like to do is provide you with a quick overview. Now, everybody here should have the app installed on their iPad as well as on their phone. And the app is pretty simple. I can give you the quick overview. As soon as you click on the app, it opens up this first screen, which you can see here on the left. The slide should say 3 simple steps, so let me know if it doesn't show that. And it's very, very simple. Everybody has a username and password. At the end of this meeting, I can work with James, and the app is free. We have unlimited users. I can get everybody up and running. And if anybody wants a personalized demo, I'd be happy to share that as well. So I'm going to get into, you're probably asking, like, when do we ask for the review and how does that work? I'm going to touch on that. But first, let's just go through the ease of use of the app. So you click on it. Hypothetically, you're in front of a customer, or maybe they walk you out to your car, or maybe they just paid their invoice. But you ask the customer, say, hey, and you can use any type of verbiage and you can customize it to yourself. And we have best practices, but hey, would you mind writing me an online review? And then so you open up the app. The next screen that shows up on your app is this screen here, and it shows your reviews. And then there's just this little blue pencil down here. Maybe you can see my mouse rolling over it, or where this little red button is. All you do is you click that. The next screen that shows up, which is step 3 in the process, it asks you for the customer name. And you don't need the customer's first name and last name. It may ask you to it might pre-populate or might pull up your address book, but you can just click on new. It asks you for the customer's name and the customer's cell phone or email. And chances are their phone is in their pocket or it's nearby. I do recommend using in this field, the customer's cell phone. What happens next is when you start to type in a number, the number pad appears down here. So then therefore our big clunky fingers can simply just type in their cell phone. The next step in the process is there's a pre-populated review invite button right under here, which start the message. And as soon as you type in the customer's first name and cell phone number, those are the only 2 data points that you need, you click on this review invite. And then we have customized what it's maybe not the perfect message, but it's a pre-canned customized message that comes directly from you to the customer, and it links out to your San Diego Google local business listings. So once you hit that button, it sends an instant text message to that customer with the link. And so all you need to do is tell the customer, hey, would you mind checking your phone? They check their phone, they see the link, they click the link, and then they can automatically write the review. So it's a real simple 3-step process, which should remove a lot of any friction to ask them a review. Think about it like this. If you ask the customer, hey, would you rate me a review on Google? Well, the customer, and everybody says yes. Like if you've ever been in a restaurant and they come over, hey, would you rate us a review? You know, you always say yes, but then, you know, that's just added to your to-do list. Now you need to go back and, you know, look up Rooter Hero San Diego. Hey, is this the right location? Where do I click? How do I write the review? So we're trying to simplify and remove all of that friction utilizing Podium with these 3 simple steps. And feel free to test it out on your friends and your family and even coworkers for that. So before I get into more on the program, that's pretty much the demo. The Podium app and the tool also has a couple other neat features where you can read the reviews that have been written for you. You can read the company reviews. You can read your location reviews. And that's just by clicking on this review tab here at the bottom. It also has what's called a leaderboard, which is that button there in the center. And that tells you how you're doing compared to your coworkers. So, you know, you'll have your team here and, you know, you'll see who has invited the most amount of people to write reviews, who has received the most amount of reviews just in your San Diego location. So this is called the leaderboard. It's kind of neat. So before we get into any questions, one of the, you know, common questions that I get is when is the best time to ask for a review? And here's where I'll push back a little bit on, you know, just using common sense. The best time to ask for a customer review is when you feel as though, when you're in front of them and when you feel as though they are the most happy with you. And that might be at the, you know, the payment time when you've completed all the work. It might be before you're heading to lunch, or it might be when you're doing a walkthrough with the customer on some of your work. So whenever it falls into the level whenever it falls into whenever you're working and you think the customer would be most prone to say yes and they're the happiest with you, that's when I recommend asking them for a customer review. Now, one more aspect of this campaign that we're launching to achieve our goals to double the amount of online reviews company-wide is we also have a bonus program or a spiff program. So for every review that you get, or even videos, you know, customer videos, that's a separate campaign, but we can touch a little bit upon that. Any customer reviews, or any videos that you get from the field, or any customer video review, any customer videos that you send over. The process is to text them to John A, and then he'll forward them on to me, and then we'll get those out there as part of your marketing campaigns. We're paying $10 spiff per every video that you get, and also $10 for every single review that you get. And how that is paid out at the end of every single month, or we'll just use this month as an example, at the end of every single month, the following Monday, so this month ends, I believe, tomorrow. So the following Monday, I'll go to Podium, I'll generate a report, I'll keep track of who's getting the $10. You get 5 reviews, you know, that's $50 that will be in your paycheck that week. So the week ends on a Thursday, or say the weekends on a Monday. That following Monday, I generate the report, I work with James, send it to accounts payable, and then you get that money. So it should be easy money and want everyone. And you know, according to John A, you know, we have $5,000 we want to spend in paying out these spiffs. So I know I sometimes talk fast. We went over a lot. I just wanted to give an overview and a demo. Are there any questions?
Guys, do you have any questions for Greg? Do you understand how to use it now? We need to use this out in the field. Now that you saw how it works and how we're supposed to use it, we need to execute it and use it. Hey, Greg, do we need a login, Greg?
Yes.
So what do my guys have to do to get the login?
Well, before I answer that, does everybody have a login and access to the app?
I don't know, let me go get my.
No, they don't.
The manager has to download, he has to put his code on those apps, I think.
All right. So maybe James or somebody else can help me. We want to get everybody a username and password, and it's easy. You can either send me a text to this number, the 617-549-5241, which is my cell phone, or you can email me. Just send me a text with your name, and then I'll set you up with a username and password. It's super easy to get up and running, and we want everyone to have access to this app. So
Yeah,
you can James can either provide me with a list, and we'll do it systematically, or you guys can just shoot me a text right now from this number, and then I'll get you the username and password.
yeah, they're doing it right now. They're sending you the text right now. I think that'll be better.
All right, we can definitely do that. And then the other question was, do you, I believe it was, or maybe you can help me with this, do you need a username and password? And yes, you do, and it's not a universal, it's specific to yourself. Was that the question, James?
They have their phones out and they're sending you a text.
All right, I got Javier. So they're starting to come in. So we can get you set up on this today. As long as you have the app downloaded, as soon as you open up the app, it's going to ask you for your username and password. So it's really easy to get up and running. Play around with it. If you ever need to do a simple demo, I'd be happy to work with you. Have your wife, your girlfriend, your whatever it might be to it's $10. It can be a family member who writes the company a review. It really doesn't matter. We just want to boost the amount of reviews. All right, I'm starting to get these to come in right now.
How many have you received so far, Greg?
Well, I saw one. So I got Dennis that came in, Javier. Another person said, send me the app. I got Ricardo. The individual with the 619 cell phone number, send me the app. The app will be on your iPad, or you can go to the app store and get the app. So I can't really send you the app. I can send you instructions on it. I got Rogerio. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But yeah, they're starting to come in. So I'm going to work to get all these guys up and running.
Can you have a touch base on why this is so? Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Ricardo. I'm sort of real familiar with this program, but can you emphasize how important this is for us in our search engine, how it goes up a little further? So when we get, when someone puts in the common words like clogs, plumbing, and all that, the more reviews that we have on Podium, the faster our website pops up first.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much for the question, and I appreciate the question. Yes, so we do a lot of marketing, and our goal is to get you guys the most amount of book calls, and that's really coming up high in search as somebody types plumber near me or San Diego Plumbing Company or even their geography. And so with online reviews, it's like the number one thing that you can do. This category is called search engine optimization. So we do pretty much everything, which is adding content to your website, working with YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest. We're constantly taking videos from the field, adding them to our website, adding them to our campaigns. So doing all of these activities, which is all the things that Google looks for, because when somebody searches for a plumbing company in San Diego, it's a competitive market. So there's hundreds of plumbing companies. So Google, in a matter of milliseconds, goes through its database and says, all right, I know these 100 companies, but which is the best? Which is the most reputable? Which is the most credible? We have this customer located on this device here because Google knows where people are searching from. Let's show these 3 companies. And the reason why Google would choose these 3 companies above the other 97, and I'm just using round numbers, is because that company has filled in all of the check boxes. In other words, they're active on all the social media platforms. They have a website. Their website is updated regularly. So Google's just going through all of these check marks, and there's hundreds of these different check marks. But one of the ones that holds the most weight is Google's asking itself, all right, these guys can do all this work, but really, what do other people, third-party references, think about this company? And, how many one-star reviews they have, how many two-star reviews, are they a 5-star rated company? How many reviews do they have? Are the reviews real? Are they fake? So Google goes through, again, all this in milliseconds, but the more reviews you have on a regular, consistent basis over time, and you do all of those other activities, which we are doing, that's going to boost you to #1 on Google. So reviews hold the most amount of weight. As long as you're consistent, as long as they're coming in, they don't all need to be 5 stars. 95% of them need to be 5 stars, but we're okay to have one bad day every now and again. So the 1 star, is not the end of the world, especially if you have all of those outweighting them. And all we have to do, guys, is just do those activities just a little bit better than the top competitors. So if Bill Howe is doing something, he's big in your area, as you probably know. We're just going to do things a little bit better than him. We're going to get one more review than him. We're going to do one more social media post. We're going to do one more video. We're going to add 5 more pages to our website. And that is how we're going to dominate search. And as long as we're doing pay-per-click advertising, those are the 3 ads. We're doing the local business listings. We're showing up on the map, 1, 2, and 3. We're listed in the organic listings. We're going to dominate our competition because we're just going to push them off the page. So I went a little bit deep and got a little nerdy on you, but hopefully that makes sense.
Thank you. That was perfect.
And it's the toughest one to manipulate. You can't cheat Google reviews. You can't cheat Yelp reviews. So that's why we're leaning on you folks to just be part of the marketing campaign. And we're trying to provide the best tools and resources to make it easiest for you guys so we can just give you the best quality customers to go up and do the work and knock the cover off the ball and make money. Any other questions?
Dave wants to know how many,
Greg, how many of the technicians' names did you receive? Can you count them up for me? Because I want to make sure that everybody's just done it already.
I can give you a report a little bit later. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7, maybe more.
Everybody's
But James,
James,
we can flip over to the San Diego leaderboard, and at the end of the day, I'm going to work with whoever sends me a text, and their name will show up on that leaderboard.
yeah, it says his phone number right there, so he can send you the login information.
Yeah, and if you send me a text message, just include your name, just so I know I can get all your information. But yeah, unless there's any other questions, hopefully this was helpful. Guys, we really appreciate it. It's not the last time you're going to hear about Podium and this campaign and how we're pushing to move forward. And any commitments that you can make, I really appreciate it. It'll go a long way.
All right, thank you very much, Greg. It was very helpful.
Awesome, thanks, guys. Yeah, and I just got about 3 or 4 more text messages, so I'll get to that. It's not an automated process. You know what I mean? I'll just go through each one and figure it all out. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.